The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. What if everything you've been taught about money is wrong? Have you ever stayed up late, staring at your bank account, wondering why it feels like you're running in place? Maybe you've hustled hard, saved diligently, or chased the next big investment, only to feel like financial freedom is still a distant dream. Or perhaps you've asked yourself, why do some people seem to have it all figured out, while I'm still stressed about money? The truth is, wealth isn't just about numbers, spreadsheets, or get-rich-quick schemes. It's about something deeper, something most of us overlook. What if I told you there's a book that can change the way you think about money forever? That book is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. It's not a dry finance manual or a list of stock tips. It's a powerful exploration of how your mind, emotions, and behaviors shape your financial life. Through timeless lessons and unforgettable stories, Housel shows you how to build wealth that lasts, not just in your wallet, but in your life. Before I unpack the brilliance of this book, let me introduce you to someone who have changed his life from the This Book lessons. His name is Alex. Alex was a 32-year-old marketing manager with a decent salary, a nice apartment, and a life that looked successful on the outside. But behind the scenes, he was drowning in stress. Credit card bills piled up from weekend trips and impulsive purchases. His savings account was barely growing, and every market dip sent his anxiety through the roof. Alex dreamed of financial independence, maybe a house, a family, or the freedom to quit his job someday. But every month felt like a grind, and he couldn't shake the fear of falling behind. One evening, scrolling through a personal finance forum, Alex stumbled across a recommendation for The Psychology of Money. "This book will change how you see wealth," the post said. Skeptical but desperate for a new perspective, Alex ordered it. What he found inside wasn't just advice, it was a revelation. Morgan Housel argues that wealth is less about what you know and more about how you behave. He says, financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill, where psychology matters more than expertise. Through 19 short stories, Housel unravels the hidden forces that drive our money decisions, emotions, ego, and the stories we tell ourselves. Let's dive into a few key lessons that transformed Alex's life and could transform your. Housel starts with a counterintuitive truth. Real wealth isn't flashy cars, designer clothes, or a social media-worthy lifestyle. It's the money you don't spend, the savings, investments, and security you quietly build. Alex realized he'd been chasing the appearance of wealth, not the reality. He was spending to keep up with friends who were also secretly broke. Housel's advice? Stop trying to look rich and start building wealth. Alex began redirecting small amounts from impulse buys to a savings account. It wasn't glamorous, but it felt empowering. One of Housel's most profound ideas is that the hardest financial skill is knowing when you have enough. Our culture glorifies more money, more success, more stuff. But Housel warns that chasing more without a finish line leads to burnout or reckless risks. He tells the story of a billionaire who lost everything because his greed outpaced his gratitude. For Alex, this hit hard. He'd been comparing himself to colleagues with bigger titles and fancier lives. Housel's solution? Define your enough. Alex set a clear goal: save $10,000 for an emergency fund. It wasn't a fortune, but it gave him peace of mind he'd never felt before. Housel emphasizes that the greatest financial advantage isn't a high IQ or insider knowledge, it's time. Wealth grows through the magic of compounding, but only if you give it time to work. He shares the story of a janitor who quietly amassed millions by saving small amounts and investing consistently over decades. Alex was inspired. He started investing $200 a month in a low-cost index fund, even when it felt insignificant. Housel's mantra, Do boring things for a long time became Alex's guide. He stopped obsessing over market trends and focused on consistency. Housel teaches that no one can predict the future. Not markets, not economies, not life. He says, the only way to deal with uncertainty is to build a financial buffer. Alex used to think he could time the market or outsmart it. But Housel's stories of investors who lost everything by betting on certainty changed his mind. Alex began prioritizing a cash reserve and paying off high-interest debt. When an unexpected car repair hit, he didn't panic. He was prepared. Here, perhaps Housel's biggest lesson is that your financial success depends on your ability to control your behavior. He writes, "Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are, and a lot to do with how you behave." Alex realized his late-night online shopping and stress-driven spending were emotional habits, not logical choices. Housel suggests creating friction to curb bad habits. Alex set a rule: no purchases over $50 without a 24-hour wait. That small pause saved him hundreds in just a few months. Housel also introduces the idea of the margin of error. He says, give yourself room to be wrong. Instead of investing all his money in one stock or blowing his savings on a single dream, Alex diversified his investments and kept a cushion for mistakes. This mindset shift, from chasing perfection to embracing flexibility, gave him confidence. A new Alex. 6 months after reading The Psychology of Money, Alex wasn't a millionaire, but he was transformed. He'd paid off 2 credit cards, built a $5,000 emergency fund, and was investing regularly. More importantly, he felt in control. He no longer compared himself to others or panicked over market headlines. He'd started a side hustle, writing marketing copy for small businesses, which grew his income and his optimism. Alex wasn't rich yet, but he was wealthy in a way that mattered, secure, intentional, and free from constant worry. Now it's your turn. The Psychology of Money isn't about complex formulas or Wall Street secrets. It's about mastering your mindset and habits to build a life where money serves you, not controls you. Morgan Housel's stories and insights are like a flashlight, illuminating the hidden traps and opportunities in your financial journey. The Psychology of Money isn't about complex formulas or Wall Street secrets. It's about mastering your mindset and habits to build a life where money serves you, not controls you. Morgan Housel's stories and insights are like a flashlight, illuminating the hidden traps and opportunities in your financial journey. Here's your challenge. Pick one lesson from this book today. Maybe it's spending less than you earn, defining your enough, or starting a small, consistent investment. Make it simple. Track it. Celebrate it. Over time, these small choices will compound into a future you can't yet imagine. In 30 days, you'll feel calmer. In 30 months, you'll see progress. And in 30 years, you'll thank yourself for starting now. Don't wait for a windfall or a perfect plan. Grab The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel and start rewriting your financial story. Check the link in the description for a special discount. If this video sparked something in you, hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more life-changing book breakdowns, and drop a comment. What's one money habit you're starting today? Let's build wealth, real wealth, together. Until next time, remember, wealth isn't about what you have. It's about who you become. Your financial freedom starts with one choice. Make it today.